Welcome back to Portal. Blue screen of death tells us we are nearing the end.
We are. Wheatley is getting out of control.
I'm gonna miss you, GLaDOS, and miss you, Wheatley. I'm gonna miss all of you. Although then again, you did try to kill me, each of you, repeatedly, several hundred times. Maybe I won't miss you. Now this is this may be the last chamber in which to destroy Wheatley's commander, but this is definitely the hardest one.
Is this the failed turret attack? Or no?
No. This is very difficult. In order to get Wheatley's monitor destroyed, you have to grab one of those turrets.
Oh,
but in order to grab one of those turrets, you have to get rid of two of them. It is the only way. And there's only one real way to grab. You can't grab the one on the right because you will enter in on a certain side of which it'll see you and destroy you. So you have to grab the one on the left. But that means you have to get rid of the ones on the right. And so you actually have to get the blue gel over to the right side and drop it just before the last one to hit one or both of those. You can do it twice, one or both of those turrets. Then it goes further because then you can't just rush that turret; it will still kill you. So now you have to get in on the other side as well. And which is to do that. Oh, okay, maybe it's the other side. Whatever. The point is, you have to get the one. In order to get that turret now, though, you're gonna have to. I won't spoil it, but it's a very interesting technique that you'll only ever use this one time and never again because it's never needed. Just wait till you see the technique you have to do in order to get over there. Because again, I said you can't just rush him. This is quite.
I tried.
The brain power it took for me to come up with this, because I didn't cheat. I believe I came up with this on my own, so.
You just see him open up the console and start putting in console codes.
Yeah, you can
no
see it
clip.
A la Half-Life 1.
/winthegameforever.exe. I think that's
just a separate executable that runs in Half-Life.
Insert model shell with party hat.
The party position.
Yeah. Assume the party position.
Oh man.
So now, this is what you have to do. Just watch.
I'm watching.
First you have to spray the portal, and it has to be off-center.
Okay. I'm watching with
bated breath. Then you have to enter the portal, which will push you against the wall. Then whilst being pushed against the wall, you have to put a portal on that area and recenter it. This is why the turret has to be on the right side, because if it's on the you can only enter in from the right side. And if the turret's on the left side, it will still see you when you go in there and kill you. So you have to make sure it's the turret on the right. And you've finally done it.
Impressive.
The last Wheatley monitor.
You wouldn't do that if this was your house, would you?
Achievement unlocked. Boom.
Unbelievable. It's actually not the last monitor you can break, but it is the last one of the required achievement ones.
Right.
By the way, how many of you have forgotten to push that button and then wondered why can't I beat this room?
I believe I was one of those people.
I might have.
Almost. This is the one exception, thankfully, for the playthrough. But every other time before this playthrough that I played this game, I'd be like, finally, I did the room. It's done. Why can't I get? Why can't I do? And I'm like, of course, there's a friggin' button. The whole reason you were getting rid of the turrets in the first place. I used to get stuck there for like 10 to 15 minutes.
I'll bet you're both.
See, that's one instance where they could have made it more like put arrow to the button here.
2 more chambers.
Portal, we had some good times.
Talking about the turret thing earlier, I kind of want to like program my phone to know like if I'm dropping it, like have some sort of way for the accelerometer to know when it's fumbling.
This is Wheatley's finest moment right there. The one point in the game where he acts smart, and even GLaDOS admits it.
He has his moments, not very many, but he does have them.
I found 2 little robots back here.
So then, of course, now he's referencing the robots.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Specifically for testing.
The cooperative testing initiative.
Oh yes, we learn all about that backstory. Because we tried.
And now we reach one of the last few achievements you can get. This is if you kill yourself willingly here when he asks you to, you get an achievement.
Because this is the part where he kills you.
There I was, smashing some steel.
There are 2 points when you can do He'll say the same thing either way. For some reason, near the end of the game, there's another point when you can make him. He'll ask you to kill yourself and you can do it. I think he says the same thing that he'll say here, but you don't get an achievement for doing it the second time. You have to do it here.
Don't do that. Stand right here. Stand.
Also, this part. Oh no, this isn't the part I'm thinking of. There is a part that you almost get hit by all the plates, and it just looks amazing.
I know what you're talking about, Justin.
Seriously, do
It's
come
gonna
back.
be good.
Come back, please.
What is it, Wheatley? It's better be important.
You came back. I didn't.
You came back.
I didn't plan for this.
I didn't actually plan for that.
Oh, could you just jump into that pit? Could you just jump into that pit?
He's asking nicely.
Would you just jump into that pit?
Maybe we should give him a bit of a doubt.
I don't know. My mother never told me never to trust big monitors who try and make you jump through endless pits. But then again,
But our parents are down there, supposedly.
he is British.
That's
So you can see my conundrum.
He's got that delightful accent. I mean, surely he's a trustworthy
God.
chap.
And my parents
yes.
are down there.
What's also down there?
My parents are down there?
Yeah, he said parents
What
not.
the?
I think.
And an escape elevator?
Yeah.
So pop down, jump down. You got your folks down there.
Okay,
and-
I'm
skid.
almost on the fence here, but I'm pretty convinced with an escape elevator and my parents. If there were just a few more things, I might do this.
Jumpsuit, very
Oh my God.
Oh, sweet.
designer,
Jumpsuit. If he says like one or two more things, I am gonna be sold.
which is at least
Now, is it
exactly
the
your
same
size,
jumpsuit
but
that from France that was built by the that one like PhD from France person that we were talking to about earlier? That Gladys told us about, who said we look stupid. Hate that guy. Fuck that guy.
Oh my God, the handbag. Okay, you got me.
Yacht.
Boys.
Fellas, hunky guys, a boy band.
Hunky guys down there,
like
possibly
that.
even a boyfriend. Who's to say?
Wheatley,
Not sure at this stage.
I think
but,
I
a
may
lot of
have to
good
go
fellows
down there.
And a boy band as well. That haven't seen.
Is
a
it
woman
this point where
in
GLaDOS
years.
says something like,
And they're
"You're
not
really
picky
considering
at
this,
all.
aren't
They
you?
don't care if
You
you've
really
got
are brain
damage,
damaged."
if you've been running around, if you've been sweating.
Unless
and-
you're having a seizure.
Okay, wait, a pony farm? I think you've named one too many things, Wheatley. I'm not quite sure how there could be that many things.
Just
God damn it, but I gotta know! Okay, I'll do it!
I regret
I
nothing.
didn't think that was gonna work.
So, if
As he's going
he
down,
says-
he's-
oh, I didn't think that was gonna
Yeah.
work. I believe at the other part in the game where you can kill yourself, he'll say that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
But,
I've decided I'm not gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's where you get
if
the
come
achievement
back.
for killing yourself.
At least he gives you the option.
Just thinking back to the old times, the old days when we were friends.
Wheatley's like what other villain in a game would try and make you kill yourself when you foiled their plans? Like, could you imagine Batman when Batman escapes the Penguin and the Penguin's like, okay, hold on, Batman.
Which is disappointing.
Could you just jump into that pit of sharks, please? Okay, just jump into that pit of sharks. You know, like that's never.
It reminds me of one of my favorite parts in any game is in Borderlands 2, where Jack asks you to go ahead and just jump off the cliff and kill yourself, and he'll pay you for it.
Because this game came first, did it not?
You did, yeah.
I assume that's a reference then, I assume.
It might be.
Well, killing yourself is one thing. Oh, by the loudest point in the game. It's the reference to the.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why this is so loud. I have my volume and like.
You gotta hear maximum destruction.
And it's, oh my god. It's so loud. Also, how do these things never hit you?
Good question.
This is the bad.
Oh shit.
Yes. Hello, stranger.
That was right
I
there.
love how
They are killing you.
his own plan that we used on GLaDOS worked on him.
Killing you, probably.
There are some really derpy ones here too. There's one that's like all fucking horizontal.
Oh yeah.
You see him again, too.
You're right.
Yeah.
That would explain
It's
the
right over there to the left. I'm gonna
extremely
show it in a second.
quiet killing.
Yeah, this guy right here. That guy. Oh, not him.
If you're dying,
There he
but
is.
not
There,
dead,
that's what's up. This guy, he knows what's up.
He just wants to live a normal life. That's
He's
his...
trying his best. This guy, then there's one store that
I'm just gonna take this free portal with me. I mean, a free portal, a free turret's a free turret. I mean,
free portal.
so,
Oh, it's free portal, sweet.
I'm just gonna take this free turret. It's free. I'm gonna
Awesome.
take it.
Alright, that is
Taking this with me, Wheatley. Thank you.
Mark of a civil society. So just
Sentry
let me
turret.
know.
I love when you look at the box. You see like the little stuff. There's like explanations on the box. Like I think they have this in the. It's called. I think it's called Portal 2 After Hours. It's the bonus content if you got the package. There's like artwork of like this, essentially, like you know the
Oh,
book.
okay.
Like the own your own turret.
Was that your bullet?
Now, if you're not careful, you can actually hit that on an awkward angle and get flung downwards and die.
Well,
I've not seen that.
I died the first time because I went too low on the thing and I like slid down.
All full houses. Never actually played cards. We need to
Is this the part?
Not defecting. Excellent.
Yes, okay, in this part, there's not an achievement, but you can actually make Wheatley say certain things. Unfortunately, you can't hear any of them in full, unless you, unless you...
Clever.
Yeah.
No, wait, come
Like,
back.
unless you stay on,
Doing something with all that.
he'll say something and then he'll interrupt himself when you fall off. So this, you won't hear him say that whole thing unless you continue on the path. I'm not even sure if it'll last for the whole time. But that's what the subtitles are for.
Speeches, actually.
Yes.
Didn't even get to the good part yet.
That's actually pretty clever. You're really
Just thinking he's got you, and then you just keep...
Alright, fine, I'm not saying another word till you do it properly.
That's pretty funny. I had no idea about that.
I only knew about this from like watching a playthrough.
Nice.
It was. I think it was just a random video.
I mean, I bet just the number of recorded clips for this game,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the sound file folder for this game is just gigantic.
Well, yeah.
For good
It was
reason.
like a video, like all the text in Portal 2, or all the Wheatley dialogue, and it was like 4 hours.
Oh god, I can imagine. And I bet it's 4 hours of delight. Nothing but happiness.
And just another genius designer thing to talk about. This room actually is unglitchable. Okay, if you made a blue portal to start, let's say you needed to portal out again and you make another blue portal, you would die. But they knew that players might end up doing this, so they actually made it to automatically switch your portal to whatever portal you don't use.
That's right, yeah, I did read about that.
So to start, and then you make a blue portal, it switches it to a yellow portal automatically.
Yeah, so it makes it to where it's almost unfailable.
Yeah,
Impressive.
very clever.
It's probably
I
for the
think-
benefit too, because that's a
Yeah.
hard jump to make.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back, come back!
He's
Oh,
getting,
he's getting desperate.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
And oh god. Oh shit. Blue everywhere. I just blew myself. There's probably a better way to do it.
And physical torment that all the shell is ingested in physical torment. When she comes out of this place, she's got to be like brain dead, like body dead, just every kind of dead.
Regular dead. Those kind of dead.
I'm gonna be back. Don't die.
She may notice that her urine is straight gasoline.
Pure gasoline. It's only temporary, but if it isn't temporary, you should probably get that taken care of. This is a fun little area.
You probably notice that your urine is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting laser beams at you.
Also, if you're bleeding pure coal, don't be alarmed.
I like the one where he's like when you're in the elevator, he's talking about like your brain, the calcium will tend to solidify in your brain or something, or your brain will calcify.
Yes.
Don't worry, that's normal. He's like, don't worry about that. You're like,
Because thinking about it will actually trigger the reaction.
oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, don't think that's what triggers it. Just
He's
thinking
doing
about
science. They're
We're
doing
just throwing
science.
shit at the walls here.
Dave Johnson doing science.
Great.
I want to be Dave Johnson when I grow up, says the 24-year-old man.
I think you mean man-child.
Potato, potato, honestly. These are just words.
Potato potatoes.
Oh yes, yeah, I know we'd made mention of that before, how that's such a fitting name for GLaDOS' sad state of affairs.
Oh, it is.
And by sad, I mean hilarious.
I wish she still was just a head grab, though. That makes
This is the other chamber where you can actually both destroy the Wheatley monitor and willingly kill yourself when he asks you to.
Man.
Is there an achievement for it?
I don't think there's one for either.
Not for this one, no. Oh god. Crushing the crushing.
But again, I think he says the same thing if you go in there.
There
Like,
we go. I wanted to talk to you for a moment, if I may. I'll be honest, the death traps have been a bit of a failure.
he actually doesn't
so
ask you
far
right away. It's
for
kind
both
of funny. You gotta go through some of the dialogue though.
He kind of alludes to it. You can kind of see where he's going with it. But at least he's charming about the whole thing, you know? He gives you the option.
Ridiculous, really.
It's the proper
I
thing
can
to do.
assure you, it is one. It is a proper lair.
The gentlemanly
Deadly
thing.
lair.
Deadly lair.
And I just wanted to give you the chance to kill yourself now.
No!
Before get
You
to the
tricked me once
back.
before, Wheatley.
Into that
I'm not
masher
falling for your
that's there.
clever ruses
That's a death
anymore.
trap or a death option for you.
I don't know,
Sounds
that-
crazy, but
that
listen,
spiky
hear me
wall
out,
thing
hear me
does
out.
look pretty
Once you get to
fighting.
my lair, death will not be optional, alright? It will be
You know what, I used to watch Brain Scratch Goms when they do like Portal and long playthroughs, and they'd be like, is this over yet? Oh my god, you know, what more can we say? And so far we've been pretty good talking about stuff, but I am starting to get to the point where I'm like, Oh my god, it's
Whether
gonna start talking about this game.
death option,
Yeah.
It's just, he had to talk about one game for so long.
would be
I think a game
intolerable.
like if we were
I very
like
much
playing
appreciate it.
Borderlands or something,
Oh
I should point that out as well.
there would be a lot of dead air.
There would.
Well, that's what happened when they played F-Zero. Which is
Oh, shit.
more than any game they've ever done, they had nothing to say.
And I love F-Zero, but man, there's only so many things you can say about that before it's
Yeah.
just, oh my god, it's fast. Ah,
Like,
God.
I couldn't play Final Fantasy VII with somebody.
Now I'm Goro. Like,
It's a win-win for you.
Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it pretty much any RPG is
Yeah.
in getting
tough.
this layer ready for you.
I mean, people do it, kudos to them, because you either have to have editing prowess or you have to be the most interesting man in the fucking world.
May the best man win.
well, that is the end of the Weekly Monitors.
Here we go. Speed.
Engage.
Here we go!
Oh, no, I didn't engage.
Watching Star
You said that all I could think
I
of
just
is
saw
Mario's face on
Big One.
Mario's face on the DS.
And now I've been periodically watching the first season. I had seen some of it before, but I'm watching the rest of the first season, and I watched some of the first movies. Like I downloaded every Star Trek episode of every series, including the animated series and every movie. I'm just gonna go through them over the next 7 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you'll be at it for a while.
I watched one episode online of the animated series, and it's just so funny because it's like 60s animation, and you just look at Uhura.
Yeah.
You thought Spock was emotionless in animated form? None of the characters have any emotion on their faces whatsoever. They're just like blank slates. I swear.
I've never even seen the animated series.
It's hilarious. Apparently, it was considered non-canon for a long time, but they've since used some of the stuff like and plots and ideas in it, so it's kind of semi-canon now, I
I
suppose.
got you. Well, it's something. Oh man, we are getting close, ladies and gentlemen.
That's something too. The very episode I watched, I believe Sulu was in the landing party. If you ever watched the original Star Trek, almost everyone except for Sulu and Uhura are landing party people. Like, it's always McCoy, Kirk, and Spock, and then it's sometimes Chekhov and Scotty. Never ever is it like Uhura, really ever, and almost as rarely do you ever see Sulu in the landing party.
I remember he was in the movie, and I was like, well, the
Well,
that's that movie.
they're all ours. They're all.
I was like, yeah.
I
remember
love the
thinking that,
movies though.
I just watched the fourth one, the one with the whales. And here's what I think. This is where they have to go back in time to rescue a whale in order to have it communicate with a probe that's otherwise going to destroy the Earth.
This is
Now-
when you run out of ideas.
Well, here's the thing.
This is what happens.
If you can get past the entire point of the movie, i.e. the whales, it is probably one of the best Star Treks. Because
Okay.
the comedy in it and the scenes and the rest of it is so well done and hilarious and funny. Like, it's just really, really good.
Which one was this?
It's number 4.
Was it a Next Generation?
Oh, this
Star Wars
that
movie?
one comes in after. Next Generation is 5 and or 6.
Okay.
But it's just like, I swear, if you watch that one, just all you have to do is completely negate the fact that the movie's about whales. Forget the entire plot and point of the movie, and it's great. It's the one flaw, the plot itself.
Oh,
Minor
God.
detail.
All right, we'll see you guys in the last part of Portal 2 single player.